Hello, I'm Neil, and you might be wondering, how much does YouTube pay me each month for having 2 monetized YouTube channels? This is my first full month of having 2 YouTube income streams, and this is my YouTube Studio dashboard. I am going to show you absolutely everything, all of the tabs in my analytics, my click-through rates, my watch time, plus I'm going to explain what all these statistics mean to me and how they might affect your channel. Now, my fear with all of this and putting things on YouTube is, and this might be the same for you, what is the point of doing this if you're not getting views or money? I've watched loads of videos like this where creators go through their statistics, and I'm a bit worried about that. It might be unhealthy for us to be comparing figures, but I thought it'd be better to put these things out there anyway, just to share how things are going for me. And also, things can drop just as easily and just as quickly as they appeared, like my revenue did back in 2020. Hello, I'm Neil Mossey, and I'm a development producer helping high-achieving creators and performers just like you, high five, to get ideas out of your head and out onto here on YouTube to make the world happier. But I'm also a dad, and I used to have lots of videos about that on this channel, and I removed them to niche this channel to be just about YouTube, and I put them all over here on this channel: the Dad Delivers vlog, household DIY reviews and how-tos. And 1 month ago, my Dad Delivers channel was monetized. I made a whole video about that process, and that link is in the description and on screen now. But now we're 1 month on, and this is the dashboard for my Dad Delivers vlog channel. Now, my biggest worry with these videos is that it's going to be boring, so I'm going to get through these figures as quickly as possible. In your studio, you can click on the Analytics tab on the left-hand side. That brings up this overview, and then along the top there are 5 options, 5 different tabs. I'm going to click on Content, and at the top you have 3 more options. You can either select all your videos, or you can select shorts, or you can select posts. These are your community posts. You know, they look like social media posts in the home feed. So I'm just going to look at videos, and the number of views that I've had is the first tab here. 26,000, which is great because it's almost 1,000 views per day for this 28-day period. You can change the period over which you're looking up on the top right hand corner here. So we've got last 28 days, that's the default. You can choose any time, so we could go for the last year. And this blanked out section here is that they're doing all kinds of weird things on YouTube Analytics at the moment. That data isn't available. Or I could choose last month, so I could choose June, and that's the last calendar month, but I'll go back to 28 days. The next tab along is called Impressions, so I'll click on that, and that is 203,000 impressions. Impressions are the thumbnails that have been seen on YouTube. So you know when you're scrolling through on YouTube as a viewer and you see thumbnails for everyone else's videos, each time you see one of those thumbnails, that clicks up as 1 impression on their dashboard. I have had, in the last 28 days, 203,000 impressions across YouTube. I mean, it's an interesting statistic, but I don't really have any control over this. So it's an interesting thing to scroll through, but I think it's quite easy to get a bit obsessed about these figures when really we should be getting obsessed about the things that we can control. Under this tab, if I scroll down, you can see key moments for audience retention. So I can see my top videos for holding viewers' attention. So these are how long into the video before they click away. So for example, my Legoland ride, where the ride breaks down, let's set that playing in the background. 100% of the people who started watching the video at 30 seconds in were still watching. I don't think I'll ever have a video like that again, but I do a countdown for 30 seconds. That was deliberate, and it seems to be doing the trick. Again, this is interesting information to have, but I wouldn't be obsessed about it. Down at the bottom is how viewers find my videos. So mostly it's through YouTube search, and that's to be expected because this channel is pretty much reviews and how-tos, so most of the videos are there to be looked up. And you can see my top videos there. We're in summertime here, so the top 2 are gardening videos. Let's scroll back up to the top and we'll click on the next tab here, which is the impressions click-through rate. So we know that impressions are thumbnails that are served to everyone on YouTube. The click-through rate is the percentage of those thumbnails that are clicked on. So my overall click-through rate for the channel is 8.2%. I can show you how this works for one particular video. So if I go into my Legoland video, for this particular video, the overall, since it was published, the click-through rate is 8.3%. And if you go into the video analytics for an individual video, you see this funnel down the right hand side that shows you how they arrive at that percentage. This has been served as a thumbnail 6,400 times. 532 people have clicked on those thumbnails. So that means that 8.3% of the people who saw the thumbnails clicked on the thumbnail, which means this video has a click-through rate of 8.3%. But of course, people can come across your videos by maybe they're embedded somewhere else, or they're able to get to your video with a direct link. So those aren't counted as impressions, and I don't think would be included in your click-through rate. But I do know that of these 700 views, 532 of them were because someone clicked on the thumbnail. Let's go back to the channel statistics, and my overall average view duration is 2 minutes 23. So that's for all my videos on my channel. Let's click on the audience tab, and overall this channel, you see we have a blue line up here which is for new viewers, and the purple line that's bumping along the bottom there, that's for returning viewers. So viewers who've already seen my channel and have come back to watch something within 28 days. Because my channel is mostly how-tos and reviews, once they come and get their information, I don't think they come back at all, and they certainly aren't, because only 10% are returning there. Of the 700, it's only 60 to 70 people. My top geography for this channel is United Kingdom. 60% of the viewers are in the UK. Let me compare this with the channel that you're watching right now, my Neil Mossey channel. So I'll go over to that dashboard, and my top geographies on this channel that you're watching right now, it's mostly the United States. So hello. Welcome to the UK. No passport check needed, but 36% of my audience come from the US. This might have an effect on the money that I get. This is what you've been wanting to see. Let's click on the revenue tab up here. This is how much money I've earned in the last 28 days, and it's pretty much the first full month that this channel has been monetized. I have earned $158. I'm absolutely delighted by this, and I'll show you why, because I'll show you how much I'm earning on this channel. But the Dad Delivers channel is working on $6.11 per 1,000 views. So if you ever wondered what RPM stands for, it's revenue per mille. It's a very pretentious Latin word, mille, which means 1,000. I think YouTube have just borrowed it from the advertising industry, who are known for being pretentious. But I get $6.11 for every 1,000 views on that channel. For this channel, let's take a look. The figure is $5.40. On average, for all the views on this channel, the channel you're watching right now, it's $5.40. And you can see here on the left-hand side, I earned $93.73 for this channel. So I feel really vindicated that I moved the videos over and they can do their own thing and still earn me money. The figure on the end is CPM, which is cost per mille, and that is the cost to the advertiser, so it's roughly double the RPM. You can see here in May, I was monetized during the month of May, so I didn't have a full month, and I earned $45. The whole of June, it was nearly $180. And I'll just scroll down so you can see the rest of the statistics there. There's a new tab on the end, which I've not seen many people talk about on YouTube. It might be because the YouTube gurus are earning money from services that also provide this service, and they don't want to talk about it. I think this is absolutely brilliant. You can search any topic and it will tell you how well that topic is searched for on YouTube. So if I put it on, I don't know, delete Facebook, If I put that in, it shows all of the top searches on YouTube, and there are about 3 pages of this, but you can custom the search. So if I put up here, you can see there are a lot of Indian searches in here, and I guess with a population of, I don't know, is it like 1 billion people? Of course that's going to skew the statistics. So you can look up individual countries. So I'm going to choose United States. So these are all the searches involving delete Facebook in the United States, and this can help guide you in how you might structure a video on this topic. The twist that they've put in, which is absolutely delicious, is, can you see this bar here where it says content gap? That means that there's a high search volume for the search how to delete Facebook accounts, but it's a content gap, which means that there's actually a gap in content. There aren't enough videos on this topic to serve the number of searches. YouTube explain it more clearly there. You can pause the video, but you can do the search as a content gap only. So if I apply that, these are the topics on deleting Facebook that aren't very well served on YouTube. You have to be careful because down the right hand side it does give you an idea of the search volume. So there's a low search volume on how to delete Facebook account, but there's still too few videos on the topic. You might want to use this for generating ideas for your next videos. I'll just flick through my statistics for this channel. I have 104,000 impressions. The click-through rate's pretty much the same at 8.5%. On the audience tab, I'm getting the same issue here. More new viewers watch this than returning viewers. And I'll click on revenue. I've shown you already that it's $93. Let me show you the last year. If I click on see more, you can see how my money has dwindled. It was this time last year, it was $125 a month. My best month was October, $135, probably because people are buying things and looking up reviews, and I've got some camera reviews and tech reviews on this channel. If this video is useful, say hi in the comments below, and if there are any questions that I can answer, put the question down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you've made it to this point of the video, thank you for hitting the subscribe or thumbs up button. It helps other people to find this video, and I really appreciate it. And right here is what YouTube thinks you'd love watching next.